And another thing that you did, which you touched on, was that you kind of went and started doing a lot of like the more quote unquote extreme acts without like waiting to build a name and then have an opportunity to charge an insane amount of money, which I know back in the day was considered maybe not a good business move. Right. You would like shoot yourself out and then like you would have spent all of your worth, right? Because you're only worth as much as like your first. And I think that you really went into it with this idea of like, I'm doing this to explore myself, push my boundaries in a safe place. And it's not about the money. And that was very new for a lot of people. And that is something that has changed lately. Like there's a lot of girls that come in now and like want to start doing extreme stuff right away. Like Angela White's a great example. Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever met Angela?
I have. Yeah. I just had dinner with her like 3 weeks ago or something.
I was going to say, you two would really like each other. Yeah. I feel, because you're both incredibly intelligent. I feel like you have a similar mindset. Yeah. She's like a huge star right now. Yeah. She's a wonderful.
She won like Performer of the Year three times?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, and she deserves it. Like that girl. And she's wonderfully and humble. I mean, it's funny. I actually made a joke the other day on Twitter and I was like, I should just call my podcast Everybody Loves Angela White, because like I feel like her name comes up all the time and everybody just loves her. So, and I know she listens to this podcast. So Angela, we love you. Anyways. But yeah, so I feel like that this idea now that coming into porn is a place where one can explore their sexuality, someone can push their boundaries, can even use it as a platform to talk about like progressive ideas, sexual, social, all of that was never something that anybody entertained back in the day. It was always like, come in and make as much money as you can and then like get out.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
I mean, I think that it's great that this is happening. I love seeing it. I love reading about it. But I was at this dinner I was at a few weeks ago. It was a group dinner. So actually Rocco was there. And we were talking about similar topics, similar subjects. And we did recognize, though, there is this sort of, I don't want to say danger, like warning, but there seems to be this trend, but I don't feel like all of the people that are coming into the business with this mindset really understand what it means. And they don't think about the repercussions or, you know, how their life will change and after doing this. And that's something that I was hyper aware of getting into it. Like I knew it was going to happen. You can never prepare for it. Even if you know it's going to happen, you can never prepare for like the emotions that just come with it. The constant need to be on defense. Like you can't prepare for that. And I think because, especially because of social media, you have all of these sort of Insta fames with hot girls. And I was joking, like, I think 6 years ago, I was saying, there's no need for Playboy anymore because there's Instagram. Right. You know, why pay for it? Right. It's actually better because it feels more real. And then what happens? Playboy gets sold off. Now they're only doing fully clothed things. Like, they had to change their entire business model. So yeah, I feel like there's this sort of inherent need in narcissism that's really dangerous right now. And people are not, and this is like, let's just say, forget about porn. Yeah. The internet. Yeah. The internet. Yeah. Take porn out of the freaking equation. Like, it's the internet. People are looking for these things. And like, I'm watching girls in a club a couple weeks ago smoke weed on camera. And I'm like, I'm not a moralist necessarily. I don't have anything against that. But like, you're putting that on the internet. Look at politics right now. Like, I don't know. So I don't know. I think people just, they're not like, they want the attention that comes with so much.
But they don't want to deal with repercussions.
Yeah. Or they're not aware of it. You know, they don't even think about it. Yeah. It's not important. Yes. And I actually think a lot of that also goes down to like where we're at as a society. And this, I feel it everywhere. The level of desperation. People are working multiple jobs. People are graduating college and they can't get a job or they can't get into college because they can't afford it. You know, all of these things I think really do have an impact on us. So it's so easy to let ourselves go and get lost in social media because it's a distraction and it feels good.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't think it's, I'm not being judgmental when I say any of this. It's just like an observation and a reflection of what's happening in society. And you see how it all, for me, it all ties together. It all makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
How these things are happening.
Yeah, I mean, social media comes up so much as one of the great, like, it's both a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's such a double-edged sword.
Yep.
The way that it's allowed people in the adult industry to band together, like, you know, the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
And it's had its time in the adult industry as well. And now women can call out, you know, predatory directors and all of that and have other people come forward and they can like help each other out. But also too, exactly what you said.